considerations when you're starting a diet, besides figuring out like something delicious that you can drink or eat whenever you get a little bit of hunger. 2 scoops ice up here, 2 shots espresso ice, blended until it is frothy and delicious. First thing you want to ask yourself and explore is, what is my goal? Why am I doing this diet? What is this all for? Because dieting sucks. Losing weight sucks. It's hard. Your body does not want to do it. You're going to need to have a light at the end of the tunnel that is going to make you grit your teeth and get through it when, frankly put, you're hungry. And it's not just some goal like, I really want to get down to 185. That's not enough. Because 185 isn't going to mean shit to me when I'm starving and my calories are down to 2,000 and just like my mind is going crazy with hunger. I'm going to be like, you know what, fuck weighing 185. I don't give a shit. Give me that cheeseburger. But if I link it in my head to, okay, well, 185 or the body fat that I'm going to have there is going to get me that role, or get me on the radar of these casting directors, or I'm going to feel amazing. I'm going to feel the way that I've always wanted to feel about myself when I take my shirt off at the pool. I'm going to feel not only unafraid, but proud when I take my shirt off in the bedroom. Like, I'm going to be the VIP, know what it would mean to you to be the VIP wherever shirts come off. That's the kind of goal, because that is the thing that you can sink your teeth into, pun intended, when the going gets tough. You can be like, okay, well, 185 doesn't mean anything to me, cheeseburger, but feeling the way that I've always wanted to feel about myself, or finally having my body represent my will to the rest of the world, that's enough to tell that cheeseburger to get fucked. So have a goal, know where you're going, know the why. I think one thing that people really they don't ask themselves enough is, what is the most vulnerable, embarrassing reason that I want this? What is the thing that I'm like most ashamed of to say out loud that I really want? You don't have to say it out loud, just get in touch with it, and you know possibly your strongest reason to get you through those tough times. Number 2, where am I now? Just because you weigh a certain amount, you work out a certain amount, you have X amount of muscle, does not necessarily mean that your caloric demands, that your energy demands are going to be the same as somebody else whose stats match you perfectly. Because the metabolism is adaptive. If you eat 2,200 calories for a while, your body is going to get used to eating 2,200 calories. Is because their body adapts to what they thought, what used to be a deficit. Now it's no longer a deficit, and so your body has no more impetus to go ahead and release the weight. Figuring out where you're at now allows you to achieve that body that you wanted in the easiest possible manner. All the shittiness that comes with a sudden huge deficit, you can avoid that because you took the time to track where you are at over a week or 5 days. You gotta take the time to do that. Otherwise, you are going to be relying on some sort of external calculator that doesn't really know you. To set this up, in order to get all of this data that you need to set up your diet in the most optimal way, you need, number 1, familiarity with counting macros, learning how to count calories. In the most accurate way possible. Don't get too concerned with actual accuracy. Relative accuracy matters much more, because calorie counting and tracking is not really a science. It's more like an art / pseudoscience. You're consistent in your methods. You want to get a food scale so that you're not guesstimating, well, you know, I eat this much oatmeal every day, so it's know how much you are eating every day, so then you can track it accurately. You want to get an actual scale so that you have something that you can weigh in the morning, first thing when you wake up, and then all you do, weigh yourself every single morning. Don't change your eating habits at all. Eat the same thing that you eat every day. Try not to have any like crazy, binges, or don't do anything out of your normal, whatever it is that allows you to maintain where you are at. Don't change that for a week, but just track everything. Even if some shit happens, like you eat an entire box of Girl Scout cookies, you still have to track that. Don't not track it because you're embarrassed or you think whatever, it's just painting a more complete picture of where you are. Because later on, you can say, well, look, you get a lot out of these Girl Scout cookies. They cost this many calories. You can keep them. We'll remove some of this other stuff. But if you neglect to put that in your initial log, then it's like, the fuck? You know, you shoot yourself in the foot. Third thing to consider. How can I make this as simple as possible? I'm really big on habits, activities, thoughts, mental models that require the least amount of mental bandwidth for the highest amount of return. So you just gotta ask yourself, like, how can I make this diet as simple as possible? The things that I find, and my clients who have success with this, the things that make their diets simple and effective are things like high volume, low calorie foods. Really paying attention to the protein to energy ratio. Not drinking calories. Using intermittent fasting as a tool, but not being dogmatic about it. Not neglecting the intangibles. Committing to 8 to 9 hours of sleep per night is going to go a really long way in making your diet way easier and way more enjoyable. The fourth consideration is, what do I do when I'm done? Have a plan for reverse dieting out. Have a plan for maintaining that, because I think I just had a little nip slip. Oh! That's what I get for trying to fit into the Rock shirt and not having enough chest to fill it out. Want to learn more, read more, go to michaelhewitt.com. Look around on the YouTube at the different videos. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Michael Hewitt Official. An awesome body should complement your life, not run it.